Hello, it's Ace Combat fan here. On this Saturday, we got a new Ace Combat 7 trailer, which is the aircraft customization trailer. So as you know, we're gonna analyze everything because that's what I do in this channel. I have no life. Life is dedicated to Ace Combat. Anyways, this was unveiled during the Paris Games Week. So the first scene shows lots of targets, like lots of them. Reminds me of the Ace Combat Infinity. Those missions you have to destroy the ground targets or naval targets, naval assault or so on. So with the aircraft selection list, that was actually very interesting because I was able to compare the scene from this trailer to previous gameplay actually. And I took the proportion of the little bar on the left, and because in this game it was shifted one down, I was able to take the proportion of each aircraft. So you can see that it starts with the F-104, but in this new one from this trailer, it starts with the A-10, so it's the same order. So there's still one more on top, which is the F-104. There are 14 in the big bar. Then I was able to double the bar exactly, so more 14. Plus there's one less aircraft at the very end. So in total we get 30 aircraft. That's what I'm expecting to be in the base game. Keep in mind this doesn't include the DLCs, probably doesn't include the F4 and the 3 other aircraft that are supposed to come with the season pass and so on. So previously they said we were gonna get around 30 aircraft, so I think now it's 30 aircraft, which I think is a pretty good number because we also know we're gonna get DLCs later on and so on. And we still don't know exactly the full extent of the list. But we go a good... I think we know all the American aircraft. They are basically... They are ordered in American, European, and Russian. Now, of course, there's some Japanese aircraft like the F-2 and the F-15J. But, you know, they're from American designs, if you know what I mean. And probably at the very bottom should be the strange original aircraft. Like the one that looks like the Falcon that we don't know the name yet. The new one. Anyways, let's continue. You get to pick your weapons. I love the paint scheme on the F-35. I'm actually really glad that they brought the flight test paint schemes. They look sexy for some reason for me. And the aircraft tree, of course, I had to take a look at that. Boy, there's some exciting stuff there. Before we continue with the multiplayer, let me just show someone on Reddit was able to capture the whole aircraft tree. As you can see, he was able to capture the images and put on like a collage or something. So we're gonna start with the F-16. I think it's the was gonna be our starting point. I think is the relatively weaker aircraft in the game, maybe except for the MiG-21. So just like in Ace Combat 6, I think usually your starting aircraft is your cannon aircraft, like the first one, like with the Mobius, with the F4, Garuda, with the F-16 and so on. So I think the F-16 will be the cannon plane for Trigger, but we're still gonna see. So you get to I like it that you are able to purchase or view the weapons here below. Now I'm not sure if you have to purchase each weapon for each plane, or basically if you buy the GPD and you are able to unlock the GPD for the other plane, like the Tomcat. We're gonna see that. I think it's different because it's way more expensive here than here. So yeah, you're gonna have to unlock for every single plane. You start with also the engine here on top. Parts, you can see they have a different color. They're yellow. So apart from the F-16, you can go for the F-14D, or you can go up to the F-2A, which is similar to the F-16. It's almost the same design. You can also go French, or you can go Russian with the MiG-29. So these are like the early craft. You get some yaw mobility after here and the part and so on. Icing defense. So you can stay longer inside the clouds. Missile upgrades like the warheads. We have the F-15J. Here's probably the F-15C is right here. Pitched stability, F-15E, roll mobility, gun power. Here below we have defense, missile reload, and missile payload, quickness, seeking like the homing, the bomb reload. Interesting that it says bomb, but it's a missile here. Special weapon, reload, and so on. The damage recovery? What? Are we gonna be able to recover our damage in multiplayer? Or that's just wrong, man. That's like Assault Horizon thing. Planes don't regenerate health. You know what I mean? Electronic warfare. You can go from a Typhoon. I forget the Mirage, which is weird. Should be the Rafale, but okay. Special weapons, stability. Here's the Rafale, so on and so on. And the Gripen as well is also in the list. At least one of the early planes. And we have probably the Russian line. It's all down there, and the Americans on top, Europeans in the middle. That's kind of what my understanding is. But it looks very cool. I like the design. It's should have a fun time. Now I'm not sure if the aircraft tree from the multiplayer applies to the single player. I think it does, but I just want it to be too expensive, so you have to use on the single player. Anyways, should be a fun time. Yes, let's continue. You can buy with the in-game currency, which I don't know. It's MRP. I don't know what, but points. MR multiplayer. I don't know. A10 destroying the oil rig. You can fire in the middle and destroy everything. There's so many targets. And the weapons camera. I already showed it in some previous gameplay on the demo that I did before. I kind of knew that was gonna happen, but it's very good. Like all the different weapons. There's the aircraft choice. Special weapons choice. I'm not gonna go over each one of them. There's too many. But the more choices, the better. Oh, parts. Now here's the important thing. Now in Ace Combat Infinity, you also had parts, but here you get to upgrade the parts. So you have, let's say, cutting edge air brakes. It's level 1, so you upgrade to level 2, level 3, level 4, and so on. I don't know what the limit is. Probably 3. 1 small, 1 medium, 1 large. I guess. So in Ace Combat Infinity, you would buy the parts from the aircraft tree, and so you would have the small part and then the large part later on. This one you can upgrade the part. So yeah, interesting. It's a little bit different from the previous game, and you should also be. It's gonna show now. Yeah, as soon as you equip the part, it's gonna show like the little blue and the little green bar here. How it's gonna improve your plane, and of course you have. I think it's more. I like the design more. It's more visible, the little squares. And you see how many you're like able. You have 17 points out of 34. That's the maximum capability of each plane. Yeah, because you can't just keep putting parts forever, right? And destroying ships, aircraft carriers. Of course, they're important. I think that's the Russian one. How do you call it? Admiral Kuznetsov, because it has a little ski thing. I think Sukhoi 33s are on the deck there. But it's very fun. And then the afterwards is gonna graze the water right there. It's like, oh, sexy, yes. Skin and emblems. So I like it that we're gonna have 6 slots for skins. I think this is bigger than any other Ace Combat game, with the exception of Assault Horizon, because you could make different skin sets, and some people ended up figuring out how to mod the game and actually making their own skins on their computer and put in the game. Hopefully someone will find out how to do that for the PC version of Ace Combat. But 6 skins is pretty good, because in previous games you would have your regular skin, your standard enemy skin, and then you have the enemy ace skin usually, so 3. Most games, right? And it says here, destroy a certain named aircraft that appears in the campaign mode. Just, you know, like the enemy aces, you find them, you destroy them, and you get their skin. That's basically how it works. And the second one, you have to destroy 1,000 or more enemies in the campaign mode. So basically usage of aircraft. Now the 4, 5, and 6, I'm not really sure how that's gonna work. Are we gonna have more than one enemy ace for the same plane? That's not usually how Ace Combat works, but maybe there's some challenge or something. It doesn't show, it doesn't go to the better. And emblems, of course, you have the Trigger, the Ocean Air Force, and the Rookie, the Nugget emblem. I wish they would. The style is more Ace Combat 7, you know, like the Golem emblem and so on, so on. And I prefer the Nugget, you know. I think they killed the Nugget, but and it shows you how to unlock each emblem, which is pretty cool. It's not like figure it out. You know what I mean? Oh, and this part is quite funny. You guys notice anything? So if you don't notice, this is the MiG-29 call sign Jester, and if you don't remember, it's Jester from Top Gun, the movie. Hey, that Top Gun reference right there. Yeah. And then after you shoot him down, you're actually able to unlock his skin, like I just mentioned. So got a new skin for the MiG-29, which is the number 3. It looks pretty cool. I like it. Oh, you have more emblems now. And you can choose if you want to have your emblem on the nose or not, on the wing or not, tail, yes or not. Maybe you don't want to have an emblem, so you put everything off. I don't know. Although, mind you, can only pick one emblem, okay? The paint schemes are sexy, man. Like, look at this. And then, yeah, look, it's nice. It's so cool. The TLS, it's not one hit, one kill, so like Infinity, because otherwise multiplayer would be bad. Just showing some special weapons and the cameras and so on. It's very beautiful, man. You turn off the HUD so the missile alert doesn't show up there, or the damage destroyed, and you're gonna be able to do some very cinematic stuff. And of course, at the end, they put the Stranger Edition. Why do you remind me of that? We still don't have yet for North American fans. We're trying, but I'm not gonna put the whatever is going on. Follow my other videos, watch my other videos to see what I'm talking about. Anyways, this is the trailer analysis for the Paris Games Week customization trailer for Ace Combat 7 that we got this year. Anyways, hope you guys have enjoyed. If I missed something, please do let me know, and I'll be putting the aircraft tree image link in the description so you can take a look. It's, of course, we have a very limited overview because the aircraft tree is very, very big. Very, very big. Probably more when we get the DLCs. But yeah, hope you guys have enjoyed, and see you guys next time.